Good morning, y'all. Well, day 47 is off and running. I had a great stay at the Quarterway Inn. The owners there, been there several years. Tina was a thru hiker before and made a fabulous breakfast this morning with baked egg and goat cheese and grits with sausage and homemade biscuits. And she has bees. She has, I think, over 100 hives. So they do a lot of honey production and have homemade blackberry jam as well. So it was really good breakfast. So nice hostel, nice day, nice bed. And she did my laundry, and oh man, really feels good to get a shower and get cleaned up. So good place right here at the Quarterway mark. And today aiming for 14 miles, not a long distance, but have a huge climb up to Chestnut Knob, several thousand feet. And pretty strenuous from what I hear. Once up there, next few days, should be just small ups and downs walking a ridgeline. So that'll be kind of good and rewarding. It is supposed to start raining tomorrow, so we'll see what that holds. And that's about it. I'm working my way closer to Petersburg. I want to take off a few days this weekend for Easter, visit with friends, and yeah, that's what's going on. So let's get going here in Southern Virginia. So today I want to talk a little bit about shelters. You've seen pictures and recordings of this on previous videos, but basically they're simply furnished wooden structures along the AT that allow hikers to sleep in. They usually have 3 walls with the front wall area exposed. The roof is slanted like a lean-to, and a wooden floor is elevated a couple of feet above the ground, usually. There are about 260 shelters along the trail, spaced very unevenly, about every 5 to 15 miles apart. And the size varies and the dimensions vary as well, but most are designed to sleep about 8 people as hikers sleep next to each other all the way across the floor. There's no electricity or running water, but they're usually located near a spring or a creek, and a lot of those shelters do have privies. Sometimes there's a picnic table and even a fire pit. And some of these were built by the Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC, in the 1930s as part of Roosevelt's plan, and are still standing today and are basically maintained by the local trail clubs. It's a first-come basis. There's really no reservations. And they do offer advantages of protection from the weather, especially the rain and the snow. And you don't have to set up and break down your tent in the rain. And it can also be a social gathering place for people just to kind of hang out and talk to one another. The one I'm staying in tonight is actually an exception. It's a stone one. It's what used to be one of the ranger cabins here on Chestnut Knob. But the downsides are the inflexible locations, as I mentioned, and sometimes they're just too close or it doesn't make sense to stop every 5 or 6 miles. The other inconvenience, though, are the mice. But again, in a torrential thunderstorm with lightning and hail and snow on top of a mountain, most people will overlook the mice issue. Hey y'all. So day 46 comes to an end. You can kind of hear the echo in this shelter. It's a concrete building. It used to be an old park ranger cabin where they would actually stay up here for days or weeks at a time. They converted it into a shelter, but it's at the very top of this mountain. They're 4,400 feet. That was a 5-mile climb uphill. I started around 2,200, so yeah, and came up to 44, and it was 5 miles long. So it was a long climb for sure. But nice day. Got pretty hot, short sleeve shirt the entire day. So that was good. Starting to get very windy up here. I think there is a chance for rain, so I'm glad to be in the shelter. Bad news here, there's no water. So I had to collect water about 2 miles down the mountain and carry that up here with me. So yeah, I brought 3 liters up to cook and have water because there's not much water tomorrow either. So yeah, that was an extra 6.5 pounds on my back. The good news is there's nobody here. Unbelievable. I may actually have an entire enclosed shelter to myself. It is 5:20 in the afternoon, and I'm sure someone can trickle in, but I saw a hiker going south, and they said there's nobody behind her. So, and there was nobody behind me all day. So I didn't see anyone really. So we'll see. But I'm glad to be out of the wind, and if it rains, so be it. And I know it's going to rain tomorrow, just have to deal with it. But yeah, it was a good day. Thanks to Tina back at the Quarterway Inn. Great place, very clean, great breakfast. She's very hospitable and very community service-minded woman. Done a lot of work with Habitat for Humanity and AmeriCorps. So hats off to her. I highly recommend it to any other hikers who might be contemplating staying in this area. So thanks again, Tina. And that's about it, folks. Gonna make some dinner and go to sleep. And tomorrow may be a short day. There's only one shelter, and if it's gonna rain all day and tomorrow night, I may have to just stay at that one because there's not another one after it for like 30 miles. And that's only 10 miles down. So we'll wait and see what the weather looks like in the morning. All right, thanks y'all. Good night.